All right, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clusie. And today we're going to be talking about your faith. Okay, let's get started. All right, today we're going to
Today,
be
we're
in
going to
2
be in
Kings
2
chapter
Kings chapter
4,
4,
verse
verse
3.
3.
Okay, so that is your Bible verse of the day. Make sure you guys open up the Bible, get in the Word, and let God talk to you about what He wants to talk to you about. And I will just give you kind of my general word on what I think He's dictating today. Okay, so that being said, this part of the Bible, Elisha is the prophet. He's taken over for Elijah, and there's a widow, and her husband is dead. She has a son, children that she's taking care of, right? And she has nothing left in her house. She's getting ready to have to basically sell her child in order to make ends meet, and there's no way for her to do anything, okay? And there's no options, there's no nothing, okay? So Elisha basically says, go get all the vessels you can, go get all these, as many containers as you can, and bring them back here, okay? She goes and does it, and then a miracle happens. She takes what little oil she has left and she pours it, and it continues to pour into each vessel until she fills up all the vessels to the tippy top of each one, right? And then she can sell the oil because there's a drought going on, and she can make some money, and now she can survive. Okay, so what does that mean for you? All right. I think I've done this one a little bit, but I want you to think about the faith, the level of faith that she had to have. Now, if she did not actually believe what Elisha was trying to tell her or what he was saying from God, she would have went out and maybe grabbed one vase from a neighbor and been like, oh, okay, I got this or whatever, because she probably didn't really believe. That would have showed that she didn't really believe that there was going to be anything that was going to come from it, right? But she would have just done it just to see, right? But her level of faith, she took what Elisha said very seriously, and she ran out and she collected as many containers as they all could, right? She bought as many as she could, and then she didn't just fill up the oil just halfway in each spot. No, she filled it up to the top, okay? Because that was what her faith level gave her, because she chose to believe the word that came to her, and she chose to be obedient, and she chose to listen and follow the directions. She got to see a once-in-a-lifetime miracle that nobody around her probably would ever witness. She got that because she had the faith to hear a word from God, or from somebody that was from God. She believed, she followed the directions. She didn't question, well, why am I getting these vases? What are you going to do with them? And then when Elisha was like, oh, if he would have been like, oh, the oil, I'm going to do this or whatever, God's going to do this for you. Well, where's the oil going to come from? Why should I do this? There's no questioning, no how's it going to happen, no nothing. God told the man, say this. The man said that. She believed, she listened, and she did what she was told to do. Therefore, she got the miracle. So what does that mean for you? If God is telling you to do something, and you know in your heart it is from God, it's been confirmed, you know what he's saying to do, you know that he's telling you hey, you're going to get married, or hey, you're going to have this career, or hey, you're going to have this financial blessings, or whatever. If he is telling you to do something, he is not asking you to figure out how he's going to do it. That is not your job. You are not God. You are not supposed to be sitting on the throne. You are not supposed to be dictating, asking questions. No, none of that. He says this is going to happen. One, it's going to happen. Two, you're just supposed to follow the little directions. God does not need a co-pilot, okay? You are a passenger on the plane. You are not a co-pilot, okay? I don't like when people say that. God's my co-pilot. No, you're a passenger. God's driving the plane, and you get to choose whether you're going to sit down on the plane and ride along on his path or not. But you don't get to dictate how he's going to do something, when he's going to do it, or anything like that. He'll tell you something, you are to follow the little directions, and normally it's just simple directions. How simple were those directions? Go collect vessels. That's all she had to do. Go collect vessels. For maybe some of you, it's sit still. Sit still and pray. That's all I need you to do. Sit still and pray. Those are very simple directions. Very normally, When God is asking you to do something, it's normally very simple directions. Like Naaman, remember when he wanted to be healed? It was dip yourself in the water outside 7 times. That's it. It wasn't, hey, go over here. Then when you get here, I need you to do this. And then when you do this, now we're going to take it back and go over here. No, it was very simple instructions. Often those are the most difficult ones to listen to, right? When God says, hey, sit still. I got this. We'll say you're praying for a spouse. Sit still, don't move. The person's coming. That's the most difficult thing to do, right? Because you're like, man, when's it going to come? When's it going to happen? What's going on? And you think about that every day. You're going over and over and over again with that in your mind, right? But those are very simple instructions. Sit there. Learn to be a good husband. Learn to be a good wife. That's what you're doing. When the person comes, they come. But those directions are difficult. Very simple, but difficult. So I want you to think about that, because your faith determines on how much you're going to see God move in your life. If you have no faith, then you won't ever see him do any of these miracles. So have a little faith. Think about that, okay? So anyways, comment, follow, and like, and I will see you guys back here next time.